you look at these numbers here on the left, this is currently our national average, what people are actually making. When I ask that question, how many of us are using banks? Almost all of us are conditioned, right? Mom and dad went to the bank, grandma and grandpa went to the bank. In this country, we tend to be doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. What's that sound like the definition of? Insanity, okay? Well, here's something that I think is just insane. If you actually step back and you look at this, okay, this is what banks are giving you. But what are banks getting on your money? When you deposit money in the bank, they are turning around and they are loaning it out to all these different people, and these are the average interest rates that you see on the right. Does that seem fair? Okay. Traditional banking. Are you using banks or are banks using you? If we look back at what's happened in our country, 1971, Richard Nixon eliminates the gold standard, right? So this effectively allowed our country to start just printing money. Okay? As much money as that they wanted to put into the economy, just go ahead and print it. And it's kind of taken off. Anybody notice that? You've heard of inflation, right? Okay, so since the 70s, we've kind of seen this thing just go off. Whenever the government decides to, create money or hand out money, okay, they can just keep printing more. There is nothing backing our cash. When you look at banks, banks are only federally regulated to hold on to 10% of what we give them in deposit. Okay, so that means the other 90% just goes out. But here's the deal. How many of you have heard of fractional reserve banking? Okay, so few people understand it. But here's effectively what it means. Banks, let's say you take $100,000 from your hard-earned income. You put it in the bank. That bank can take that, multiply it times 10, and they can loan out $1 million based on your $100,000 by a factor of 9. They only have to hold on to 10%, but they can take your $100,000 and loan out $1 million, and they can charge, on average, all those people about 12%. Anywhere from, say 6% to 20+%, depending on whether it's a, private loan or whether it's credit card, maybe an average of about 12%, like what we were looking at on that last slide.
Everything that you need to know, what you need to become a real estate investor, we have it done for you. So click on the link in the comments below and we'll share all that data with you.